welcome to, I guess, a Wednesday wrap-up. Hello, I thought it was time that I gave you a little bit of an update about what's going on and what's happening. So this is not my horse. I wish it was my horse, because look at her, she's black, she's the best. But yeah, let me give you an update. I'm just going to keep walking her and warming up, but I wanted to give you an update of what we're up to and what's going on. So I am in England at the moment, so hello to everyone from England. Your country is beautiful and amazing, and right now you have pretty good weather, so it's kind of an all good thing at the moment. I'm at a gorgeous place that's just the most amazing place with the most amazing people and the nicest people, so I feel very blessed and very lucky to be here. And I'm having lessons with Spencer Wilton, who is a genius and very good and very cool and very just inspirational to be around. So I'm very, very lucky. And I can't remember, I'm pretty sure I told you I did buy a horse in Europe. So today I just wanted to talk a little bit about buying a horse in Europe, because I don't know if anyone's ever done it, but it's really scary. It is really, really scary, because you don't know. Buying a horse in any case is scary, because you don't know the horse, you don't know the history, you don't know if what you're being told is true. I don't really have those concerns, because I just think everyone's amazing and I think everyone's honest. So I wasn't too concerned about that. But I don't know if you're like me, but if I go to Europe, I just go, I want the black one. And if that's the killer one, and if that's the one that's, doesn't move that well, I'm still like, I'll buy it. Which is not really a smart decision. You should be a little bit more thoughtful about the process. And I was really, really lucky that I had a really great friend and mentor to me and guide, basically, to help me decide which horse I should have. And not only did she think about what my goals were, obviously, get to Grand Prix, win the world, just win the Olympics and just be totally amazing. But more importantly than that, she looked at me as a rider and went, okay, well, what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses? And I have to partner a horse to that, which is a novel idea. And no matter how often we think we're a good rider or not so good rider or whatever it is, we as a rider have strengths and weaknesses. We might be strong in one area and weak in another, and you have to have a horse that complements that. I'm a very bold, kind of aggressive, kind of a come on person, and that comes through a little bit of my riding, which works really well when you ride big, cumbersome, bully Frisian stallions. So a sensitive, mare that requires, real tenderness and real thinking and delicateness to the situation is probably not the best horse for me. Not saying that it couldn't work, but it would take a lot for me to go, oh, I got to find my sensitive side. So I'm really, really lucky that I had that, and I really encourage anyone who's looking to buy a horse to really think and make sure that you've got someone to guide you in that process about, okay, well, what kind of a partner do you need in a horse? Because they are your partner. It's not just about sitting on and going, oh, I want the horse that moves really well, because if you can't get that movement out of that horse, if that horse is going to buck you off before it gives you any of that movement, it's not going to be the horse for you. And one horse that's going to be perfect for one rider is going to be a really bad horse for another rider. So I think that's super, super important to think about. So I can't wait. I can't show you Lordy. That's his name. Lordy. I don't know if that's an Australian thing, but when we say Lordy, don't we, Phil? It's like, Lordy. Okay, that's just me. I've probably had a bit too much sugar for lunch. Yes, I can't show you Lordy at the moment because he's just got a little bit of a sore back and he's just getting hacked this week, and I'll be back on him next week. So I can't wait to show him because he's so pretty. But more important than that, he's a good match for me, which is super, super important. So I thought I'd just show you this one. This one's actually for sale. I know. I'm like, can I have another one, Phil? And Phil said no. But she is the dream. Of course, she's black, so of course she's the dream. But better than that, she's just super easy to ride. Like, you don't need to think. She just goes straight. She just goes in a rhythm. She just puts her head down. Everything's really, really easy for her. Which then is so nice for you as a rider, because then you can just work on you and go, okay, well, I just got to make sure I press the buttons at the right time and everything's going to go right. So in this trot, I know when I'm doing videos, I'm normally saying to you, in the trot, you've got to be going through your checklist. And normally, in the checklist, you're going, oh, okay, the rhythm's a little bit off, or the contact's a little bit off, or the straightness is a little bit off. But when I ride her, I just get this amazing feeling of, check, 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 check. Like everything's ticking off on the checklist, and there's not much I have to do as the rider, which, as I said, then allows you to think about, okay, what are you doing? You're going to look at the camera? What's that? A camera. And like I said, she just will look at something and go, oh, okay. Like, it's not a big deal at all. She's soft in the mouth. She's really, really easy, which I just think is such a nice thing. I'm just going to have another bit more of a trot. And then in the canter, same thing, just press the button. She's really, really forward. You can see my legs are off. Don't really have to worry. And this is what these beautifully trained, beautiful horses do. They allow you to sit a little bit more prettier. And I know we're all not lucky enough to ride horses like this. Like I said, she's not mine. I'm super lucky to just be able to ride her this week while Lordie's out. There are amazing people in the stable that just lend you horses, which is super nice. Yeah, but if you do have the opportunity to ride a schoolmaster or a horse this trained and this well bred and this good, this horse, a horse so good at its job, it really gives you that feeling that you can then pass on to your other horses. And I have to think more about the change than she does to just make sure that I press my buttons right, because I'm used to kind of overriding that a little bit based on the horses I have at home. And these horses are so easy and so, like, with the slightest of aids, they do things, so I have to make sure I ask less because they're going to do it. Good girl. But yeah, this horse is trained all the Pre-St. George into one movements. Whoa. And like I said, the funniest thing with these horses is just finding your button. This is my second ride on her. They don't actually have many buttons. But then when you want to bring her up into the work frame, it's just so easy. She's just there, like she's feeling like 2 grams in my hand. So I feel her, she's not empty, but she's really easy to ride and really soft. And I just got to point her, think about, okay, where do I want to go and how do I want to get there? And she just goes. Okay, should we do a little bit of a half pass? And again, it's more up to me to go, okay, inside leg, outside rein, outside leg, take it across. And as long as I get my buttons right, it's easy. I'm literally just got my outside leg on a bit, my inside leg on a bit, just to wrap her around, and over she goes. Good girl. And walk. Good girl. So if anyone is looking for a super easy, beautiful horse, this horse is in England, and I can pass on your details, or just send me an email, info@yourridingsuccess.com, if you would like more information, and I can pass it all on. Thanks for chatting, guys. It's been good to connect, and like I said, I'll do another video as soon as I can about Lordie, and let you see what's going on there. It's a really slow progress with him. I'd love to be able to go, oh, and we'll be doing Pre-St. George next week. But as we know, it takes a while. Well, it takes me. I don't know about you guys, but that's my relationship with a horse. It takes me a while to build my dorky, weird relationship that I have with my animals, and to have that communication. Because obviously these horses get ridden by different people and we all have a different way of communicating, and that's the biggest thing, that you and your horse are super clear on what you're asking and which button means which button, so the horse can obviously do what you want. So have a great riding week, hope all is well, and I'll see you soon. Bye.